Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Luis, back again for another video. Today, we're going to be talking about list functions, alright? Now, there's a lot of things you can do for lists. Like, this is the list I have from my previous video. And, so you know how we did a for loop to like go like through the list? Um, like blah 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 blah. You get the point, you get the point. Well, what if I told you there is a better way to do this? Now let me show you. Um, we have a lot of different functions that do different things that modify this list, and they're all extremely useful in their own ways. Now, we have for each, which is probably the simplest one. Then we have map, which is probably my favorite. I use it a lot. We have reduce. We have, well, for now I'm going to be talking about these three. If we have more time, I'll teach you guys about filter. Actually, I'll show. Yeah, and filter, I guess. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll teach you guys about these. These are the main ones. There's more. Uh, that'll probably be in a different video if you guys want that. But for now, this is it. So first of all, let's talk about for each. Okay, this is the simplest one. So this is how this works. So you call my list, right? And it's like if it was an object. Now, I'll make a video on objects next, so you guys can fully understand what I'm talking about. But for now, I'm gonna do my list dot for each. And then in here, I normally do arrow notation where I'm here and I do item and then I go here. But it's a little complicated. Some people don't like it. It's better to just do function. I'm gonna do this. Kind of like if you have a function, and then in here, boom. And now in here, you can do whatever you want, and it'll do the same function for every single item. So what item is it's gonna go through A. So item's gonna be A, and then it's gonna go to 2, and it's gonna go to 3, 4, and it's gonna be a for loop for each and every single item in here. So for example, we can do console.log, and we can do um, console.log item. Save. Let's open this in default browser. And if I inspect and I console, you will, okay, there's a problem. Oh, my bad. Oopsies. There we go, perfect. Boom. A234 Louise Pizza. Perfect. Per a voice crack. You didn't hear that. Um, now we got more things that we can do. We can modify this so we can be like, we can go, well, yeah, let's keep this and let's just move this down. We can do, for example, we can modify this. So like, for example, item plus equals, or actually item equals, and we can do this right here. I'll teach you guys what this means as well. These little like command prompts. Normally you do these for like commands in video games. But if you do these, you can then have a string in here. So for example, you can have um the item is, and then you have money sign, and then you have brackets, and boom. Oh, it's curly braces, my bad. You have, and then boom, and then here you can do whatever you want. You can do item plus one, blah 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 blah. We'll just do item for now. And now, if we go back to the code, we refresh. The item is A, the item is 2, the item is 3, the item is 4, the item is Luis, and the item is pizza. Perfect. Now, there is another variable we can add. We can add index, and what index will do is it'll tell you the index. So for example, we can do the index um the index of the list is this, and then we refresh. the index 0 of the list is A, the index 1, so on and so forth. You get the point. So it'll go, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. And it'll put it in here. This is an item. It'll take the item. So the index of 0 will take it and put it in here. Now, if this index is 1, it'll take index of 1 and put it in here. And so on and so forth. Perfect. Now we have that. Keep in mind, my list will never return anything. This is like not my list. For each will never return anything. It'll only perform an action. Okay. Now, you might be like, what? But we'll get to it. We'll get to it later. We'll get to it. You'll understand what I mean once we go through map. Um, so here this is map. Map is my favorite to use because it modifies the list and then in whatever way you want. And it'll store that way. Compared to here, this will only change it, but will only change it when you have it here. So for example, if I uncomment this really quick, and then I do console.log my list, and then I go back, refresh, it'll still be the same exact thing as it was before. Like it'll do this command, but it won't change the list. Now, map, on the other hand, it'll um it'll change whatever item you have in the list if you want to. So for example, you can do my list dot map, you know, and then we have function. We'll put a space so that it's easier. Function item, comma index. By the way, these don't have to be um item in like they don't have to be this name. You can call them whatever you want. You call them, some people like to say I for item and then like E for I don't know. I don't know what they do. I like, item index because it's way simpler to read and you want your code to be as readable as possible for someone if someone's trying to look at your code and understand it if you ever need any help. Like let's say, hey man, hey Ben, bro, can you help me out with my code really quick? That's never gonna happen. I help him, but you get the point. And he goes like, oh, what is this? What's I and E? And then you have to describe it to him, and it's like compared to just saying item index. Oh, I get what item index is, you know. So in in my list.map, it will always have to return something because it's returning the item, the new item of wherever you want to go. So like if the item is A, it'll return whatever you want it to be instead. So you can do like um instead you can do this right here. Let's copy this right here. Perfect. And now if I console. All right, so my video cut out a little bit, so I'm sorry if it cut out. So yeah, we have this so far, like the index, blah 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 blah, and we have console.log now. Oh, my bad, my bad. I forgot to tell you guys. You have to equal it first. You have to modify it because right now it's telling to do it, but it's not doing it because we're not telling the list to change it. So like the list to be changed, so you gotta do my list is equal to my list.map. And then there we go. Now, my bad. If we run this and we go to inspect console, boom. Now we have, this is the previous array and this is the new array. See, that's pretty cool, right? And you can also do like, for example, let's say, we could do if um, item is greater than 0, for example, and then we'll do return item plus 1 plus 3, for example, right? And now it'll do nothing to the strings and it'll only add on to the numbers that are greater than 0. So these will be perfectly fine. And if we go back and refresh, Should. Well, it's gonna mess it up because you got to, have an else, and then you just do else return item, and now this should be perfectly fine. There we go. Perfect. See? And they all added on 3, 3, 3, and there we go. All right. Let's do. I think we have time for the next two. These next two. Let's do filter first because for reduce we're gonna have to create another list, and it can because there can only be numbers from what I know, which I think it's only numbers for the most part, or at all. So in filter, as the name implies, you filter it out. Like you're gonna be like removing items from the list that you don't want. So for example, we can do my list is equal to my list dot filter, and then we do function item, and then we go here and we do return. Um, oh, my bad. There's a missing C. There we go. Return type of item is equal to number. So basically what this is saying is if this statement is true that we have right here, so if the item is a number, we will return, so it basically means it'll stay. But if it's not, then it means it'll remove it. So if we go to the website and we refresh, oh my bad. There we go, refresh. There we go. Now only the numbers. Now if we go to string, I think that should be it. There we go. These three. Ta-da! Yay! We can do a lot more stuff with this. Like for example, we could do um let's say we could also do item is greater than 5, and since we added on like 3, that means that only these two should be it because this is 5. It's not greater than. It's if I did greater than or equal to, then yeah, but I'm just doing greater than, and boom, perfect. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Now, on the last one, we're gonna have to remove these guys right here, and boom. Now I'm just gonna delete these so you guys understand. It's pretty easy stuff. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one's a little like different from all the rest. This one, like, we're gonna have to do my list is equal to my list dot reduce, and then in here in the function, you have to have an A and a B. Okay, so what that's gonna do, it's it's gonna grab this number, and that's A, and then this number is gonna be B, and then whatever you do to it, like let's say we can do A plus B, it'll be like, all right, then uh, it'll be like, okay, so this number plus this number, and then I'll change this number to be 3, and then I'll delete this, and then boom, now this number plus this number, that's 6, so this one will be 6, and then I'll remove this, and then so on and so forth. You get the point. So if we go here and we do, like, for example, return A plus B, we should only have, we could just do console.log my list, and it should only have one number, and that number should be 10. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, because of bowling, and bowling. By the way, I went bowling tonight. It was pretty fun. I didn't know anybody, but it was pretty fun. Um, yeah, enough about me. So we refresh 10. There we go. Yay! So I hope you guys learned a lot from this video, and I hope you guys to see you guys on the next one. Peace.